oxygen does not like to be in the positive charge, thus it will take up the electron. Second step is nucleophilic attack of water on carbocation. Second method of preparation of alcohol is by hydroboration oxidation reaction. If I take methanol, only then I can get a primary alcohol, that is ethanol. Hello my dear students, welcome back to the second session on the chapter alcohols, phenols and ethers. Last class we studied about classification of alcohols and phenols. Also we learnt how to name them, that is nomenclature, isn't it? Today we'll see how can we prepare alcohols. Okay. So first one is from alkenes. I can prepare alcohols using alkenes. Okay. So first one is from alkenes. How? In that first method is by acid catalyzed hydration. Now what is the meaning of hydration? Addition of water, we call it as hydration. If we are removing water, then we are calling it as dehydration, isn't it? So here for alkene, we are adding water in the presence of acid as a catalyst. So we'll see how exactly it will happen. Okay. So alkenes, we know it has got carbon-carbon double bond, correct? And water has H plus and OH minus. I am taking it in a very simple way to understand. Actually, if you see the mechanism, it's not H plus and OH minus exactly. You will understand when I am teaching the mechanism. Okay. Just to make you all understand now, the H plus ion will get added up to one carbon atom and the OH minus will get added up to the other carbon atom and the double bond will break off. Correct? And you can see you will get an alcohol because it contains OH group now. If the alkene to which the H2O is getting added up is unsymmetrical, then it should follow Markovnikov's rule. Which rule? Markovnikov's rule. What does Markovnikov's rule tell? The negative part of the adding molecule should go to the carbon atom containing least number of hydrogen which is involved in double bond, isn't it? So here for example we have taken propene. You can see carbon double bond is present. For first carbon atom there is one hydrogen and here for another carbon atom there are two hydrogen atoms. So when water is getting added up, OH minus should go to the carbon atom containing least number of hydrogen. So it will go to this carbon atom because it contains only one hydrogen atom, whereas this carbon atom contains two hydrogen atom, isn't it? So OH minus will go here and H plus will go to this carbon atom to break the bond and it will form 2-propanol as the major product. What is it? 2-propanol. Why? 1, 2, 3, second carbon atom contains the OH group. Got it? Not that the other product will not be formed, that is the opposite process will not happen. It will happen, but that will be the minor product, that is CH3, CH2, CH2OH, that is 1-propanol also is formed, but it is the minor product. Okay. So this is the first method of preparation of alcohols, that is by addition of water catalyzed by acid. Now for the same reaction we are going to learn the mechanism. Okay. So we'll see the mechanism. Mechanism of hydration of alkene involves 3 steps. Okay. There are 3 steps. First step being protonation of alkene to form carbocation by electrophilic attack of H3O plus ion. I told you previously that it's not H plus and OH minus which is getting attacked or which is attacking the alkene, it's actually H3O plus and H2O only. We'll see in this mechanism. Okay. So first what happens is, we know that oxygen has 2 lone pair of electrons in water molecule. So I told you there is acid which is acting as a catalyst. That means there are H plus ions. Thus the H plus ions which is there in the solution now will be taken up by water molecule. That is, this one lone pair of electron will be utilized for addition of H plus ion to form H3O plus ion. Now the oxygen has got the positive charge. As it has got the positive charge here, it will act as electrophile. What is the meaning of electrophile? Electrophile means the species which likes to go towards the electron rich species. Then we call them as electrophile. They like to go towards the electrons, or they are positively charged, isn't it? So here, as oxygen has got the positive charge, H3O plus will act as an electrophile. Now this H3O plus ion will attack the carbon-carbon double bond in alkene. Okay, so that the carbon will get the positive charge. How exactly it will happen, I shall explain. Now I have this H3O plus ion. How did I write it here? It is oxygen, 1, 2, 3 hydrogen atoms. Oxygen has got the positive charge, that is because it is given a lone, it is utilized its lone pair of electron to take up one hydrogen, extra hydrogen atom, isn't it? Or H plus ion, isn't it? And it has still got a lone pair of electron. Now this is the H3O plus ion. Now I have alkene here, carbon-carbon double bond is shown, correct? Okay, I have not shown any other R groups or H, nothing we have shown. We have just concentrated on carbon-carbon double bond. Now what will happen is, this carbon-carbon double bond, as it has got the double bond, it is electron rich, and the electrophile comes to attack this carbon-carbon double bond. What will happen is, oxygen does not like to be in the positive charge, thus it will take up the electron from the hydrogen atom. Now it will take up the electron from the hydrogen atom to go out or move out as water, H2O. That is, its own electron, one electron from hydrogen, the positive charge will go away and it will go out as H2O. So now the positive charge is not there on water and it is happy. Got it? Now this H plus ion which is there extra on water, what will happen to that? That will come and get added up to one carbon atom. So now in this double bond, I have one electron, I have the second electron. One electron of the carbon will be there to it. The neighboring electron, what is there, that it will give to hydrogen to form a carbon-hydrogen bond. And now this carbon lost an electron to which? To hydrogen atom. It got the positive charge. So we call this step as protonation of alkene to form carbocation. Protonation, proton add aitili. H plus ion got added up to alkene. Also the neighboring carbon atom which was involved in double bond got the positive charge as well. So it is formation of carbocation by protonation of alkene. So I hope you have understood this step. Once again I shall explain. So first what is happening? Water molecule will take up the H plus ion to form H3O plus ion. Oxygen, one electron it will have, one electron it will give to the proton and it will get the positive charge. Now this acts as an electrophile which will attack the carbon-carbon double bond. Now carbon-carbon double bond, what will happen? The carbon atom will take up this particular carbon atom. For the example, I will just put this as 1 and 2. The first carbon atom will take the electron from the second carbon atom and give it to H plus ion, and as this loses a electron, it gets the positive charge and the hydrogen is added to the carbon which was involved in double bond. Now what water does? It takes up the electron which it had given this H plus ion and it will go out as water, H2O. So this is the first step. So second step is nucleophilic attack of water on carbocation. Now, water itself is acting as a nucleophile also. How can water act as nucleophile, ma'am? Yes, it can act as a nucleophile because it has got two lone pair of electrons. Oxygen has got, isn't it? Oxygen has got two lone pair of electrons. That's why it will act as a nucleophile also. Now, you can see water H2O, I told you the lone pair of electron in oxygen will attack the carbocation. This was the carbocation which was formed in the previous step, correct? Carbon got bonded to hydrogen, protonation occurred, the neighboring carbon atom got the positive charge. Previous step, I hope you remember. For the same carbocation, water is attacking now. Now, this lone pair of electron, one electron it will give to the carbon atom and it will get attached to the carbon atom. You can see here oxygen with two, that is this water only. Oxygen with two hydrogen atom is there, and what lone pair it is there, one electron it gave it to the carbon atom, one electron it is having on its own to form the bond. As it gave one electron to carbon atom, got the positive charge. Okay. Step 3, it is deprotonation of alcohol. Now what is happening here is, from the molecule which we got previously, proton is getting removed. How is it getting removed? You can see water, another new water molecule, okay, has got the lone pair of electron. What it does is, it takes up the H plus ion which is attached to the previously formed molecule in which oxygen atom is positively charged. Clear? So here oxygen does not like to be in positive charge. So what it does, this hydrogen atom, there is one electron which is there. Here there is one more electron. Now the oxygen atom will pull the electron towards itself and the H plus ion will get added up to the water molecule to form H3O plus. Now oxygen, because it got the electron, the positive charge is gone and OH group is there. You can see here carbon atom, the OH group is there. So now the carbon-carbon atom which was involved in double bond, one got hydrogen atom, the other one got OH group. Got it? Thus, alcohol is formed. So I hope you have understood the mechanism of hydration of alkene to form alcohols. Okay. Second method of preparation of alcohol is by hydroboration oxidation reaction. That is also from alkenes itself. So on alkenes, what reaction is happening? Hydroboration oxidation reaction. So first what happens is, diborane reacts with alkene to give trialkyl borane. Okay, what does it give? It gives trialkyl borane, which is an addition product. Further, trialkyl borane undergoes oxidation by hydrogen peroxide in the presence of sodium hydroxide to give alcohols. Okay, so we'll see or understand this with the equation. First we have taken propene. Okay, 1, 2, 3 carbon atoms. First and second carbon atom has got the double bond. Now further, what will happen? We'll consider one BH3 twice is there. I am considering only one BH3 molecule. Okay, but I have written in the equation both. So BH3, in that I have written one hydrogen bond, we have shown it separately. Now listen carefully, this hydrogen atom gets added up to the second carbon atom and this carbon atom gets added up to boron, or BH2 gets added up to the other carbon atom to break the double bond. So I will get CH3, CHH, CH2, BH2. For this molecule, one more propene is getting added up. So you can see here what exactly happens. I will write it here again. CH3, CH2, CH2, BH2 I have got. For this one more molecule of propene is getting added up. That means one hydrogen atom will come to the carbon atom and this carbon atom will attach itself to the boron to break the double bond. So we will get CH3, CH2, CH2 twice BH. See here BH2, here I have BH. Two molecules of propyl group is getting added up. 2 propyl groups. Okay. Now, one more propane is getting added up to the same molecule. So, what will happen is, see, I have one borane like this. Okay. First, what happened? This hydrogen added up to propene, and instead of that I got CH3, CH2, CH2 group added. Again this hydrogen is removed and I got CH3, CH2, CH2 molecule getting added up. Again this hydrogen is removed and it gets added up to one carbon atom. The other carbon atom gets added up to boron. So you will have 3 molecules of propyl group attached to one single boron. Correct? Got it? So I'll get trialkyl. You can see 3 alkyl groups to one boron atom. So it's called as trialkyl borane. Okay. Now further this molecule will undergo oxidation in the presence of hydrogen peroxide and aqueous sodium hydroxide. OH minus is from sodium hydroxide. Okay. And we'll get propan 1-ol and H3BO3. How exactly? If you want to understand this, I shall explain again. See here, I have boron. For each boron, we have CH2, CH2, CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3. One more molecule, CH2, CH2, CH3. Now further, that is this molecule, trialkyl borane we got. Further I told you it will react with hydrogen peroxide. So here you can see all these 3 bonds will be broken. OH is added here, OH is added here. OH is added to the alkyl group, OH will to the borane, OH to borane, OH to alkyl group. So I'll get 1, 2, 3 molecules of CH3, CH2, CH2OH, CH3, CH2, CH2OH, 3 molecules we got, and then 1 molecule of boron with 3 OH groups, boron with 3 OH groups, or I can also write it as H3BO3. So I hope you have understood how hydroboration oxidation reaction will happen to give alcohol. Okay. So what is happening? Every time for BH3, hydrogen atom will get added up to the alkene itself, and the same group carbon atom involved in double bond will get added up to the boron. So 3 alkyl groups gets added up, 3 hydrogen atom gets substituted with 3 alkyl groups, and you will get trialkyl borane, which on further oxidation will give alcohol and H3BO3 molecule. So I hope you have understood. If you do not follow, pause the video, write as I am explaining, and then you will surely understand how exactly it is happening. Okay. Next method of preparation is from carbonyl compounds. What is it? From carbonyl compounds. Which are the carbonyl compounds we have? Carbonyl compounds means carbon double bond O. If this bond is there, we call them as carbonyl compound. This carbonyl compound is there in aldehydes, ketones, carboxylic acids. Correct? No, I am telling only 3. There are many, but then only 3 I am giving here: aldehydes, ketones and carboxylic acids. So first we will learn by reduction of aldehydes and ketones, that is hydrogenation reaction. Hydrogenation reaction means addition of hydrogen I am doing here. Okay. So first one, if I take aldehyde, hydrogen, that is in the presence of hydrogen, catalyst, platinum, palladium or nickel as the catalyst, we will get alcohol, and we are always getting here primary alcohol. Okay. For this I shall just explain with an example. R group, what I can take? I can take a CH3 group. I'll just take it as CH3, C double bond OH. Okay. For this what I am adding? hydrogen in the presence of palladium or nickel as a catalyst. Okay, now what will happen? One hydrogen will get added up to oxygen, other hydrogen will get added up to carbon, and the double bond is broken. So what we will get? Product, you will get it as CH3, C, one added up, 2 was there, so CH2 and OH group. So you got a alcohol, and this is ethanol. That is nothing but primary alcohol. Primary alcohol, isn't it? See, carbon atom to which the OH is attached has one carbon neighbor. That's why it is primary alcohol. What is the name of the compound which we had taken? That is ethanol. Correct? So from ethanol we could get ethanol. Next, from ketones we always get secondary alcohol on hydration reaction. That is, if I take ketone here, RCOR dash, this general formula of ketone, and hydrogen is added to carbon as well as oxygen, you will get a secondary alcohol. I'll give you all one more example. Okay, that is, if I take for example CH3, C double bond O, CH3. Now I'll break the double bond. One hydrogen is added to oxygen, one hydrogen is added to carbon atom. So what will happen? In the presence of hydrogen is added in the presence of nickel as a catalyst, or I can take sodium borohydride or lithium aluminum hydride also as a catalyst. Either nickel as a catalyst or this catalyst we can use for reduction reaction here. Okay, what will happen? I'll get CH3, CH, one OH will form and CH3. So this is secondary alcohol. Why? Carbon atom to which OH is attached has 2 carbon neighbors. So it's a secondary alcohol. Now what is the name of this compound? That is 1, 2, 3. So it is 2-propanol. Okay, it is a secondary alcohol. And what is the name of this carbon compound? It is acetone, 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 or propanone is its IUPAC name. Okay, so I hope you have understood this particular reaction. Next one is by reduction of carboxylic acids and esters. So we can reduce carboxylic acids or we can even reduce esters to give alcohols. How? Carboxylic acids in the presence of lithium aluminum hydride and water undergoes reduction to give primary alcohol. So I can take an example of CH3COOH in the presence of lithium aluminum hydride and water. This is the first step. Second step, you don't have to show the 2 steps separately. Directly you can write it as 1 oxygen is removed and 2 hydrogen gets added up there. So it is CH3 CH2OH. So here I am getting ethanol when I used ethanoic acid. This is ethanoic acid. 2 carbon atoms. So it is ethanoic acid. Okay. Also, you can see esters are reduced to primary alcohol by using hydrogen in the presence of a catalyst, either lithium aluminum hydride or sodium in the presence of ethanol also can be used as a catalyst. Okay. So if I use methyl propanoate, that is methyl group CH3 COO CH2 CH3, it's an ester because it contains C double bond O group. Okay, so COO group is present. What will happen here? You see CH3 CH2 CH2OH and CH3OH, 2 molecules of alcohol you will get. That is, the bond is broken here, hydrogen gets added up here. Here also further reduction will happen, that is carbon and oxygen double bond, where is it? There also hydrogen will get added up to give CH3, CH2, CH2OH and CH3OH. Okay, so you'll get 2 molecules of alcohol when we are reducing an ester. Okay, and both are primary alcohols itself. Clear? So the most important is from aldehydes, ketones and carboxylic acids. You can see this is put under note because usually they do not ask this question. It's not that very important when compared to reduction of aldehydes, ketones and carboxylic acids. Okay. So we'll see next what we have. The third method of preparation is from Grignard reagent. What is Grignard reagent? Alkyl magnesium halide. Correct, no? Alkyl magnesium halide is called as Grignard reagent. From Grignard reagent also we can prepare alcohols. How exactly? See, when Grignard reagent reacts with aldehydes and ketones, they form addition product. Addition products, hydrolysis when we do, we get alcohol. We can get primary alcohol, secondary alcohol or tertiary alcohol depending on what exactly we are taking for reaction with Grignard reagent. Now you can see aldehydes, if I take R C double bond OH, this is an aldehyde, and R dash MgX is the Grignard reagent. You can see I have put R dash for the alkyl group of the Grignard reagent. Okay, in the presence of dry ether, what happens? Here you can see R group gets added up to carbon atom and MgX gets added up to oxygen atom to break the double bond. So you will get R, CH together we have written. For carbon R dash is added and for oxygen MgX is added. So you will get an addition product. These two are getting added up, isn't it? So you are getting an addition product. This will undergo hydrolysis. So when it undergoes hydrolysis, it is here where the bond breaks. Here H will get added up, here OH will get added up and you will get a secondary alcohol and MgOHX. It's a salt which is formed. Okay, clear? So from aldehydes, I am getting secondary alcohols. Now what will happen with ketone, we'll see. Ketone, you have two R groups and C double bond O group. When Grignard reagent is adding up, R group gets added up to carbon atom, MgX will get added up to oxygen atom to break the double bond and you will get carbon with 3 R groups. Okay, you will get a product in which carbon with 3 R groups, one should be R dash, okay, and OMgX. Further, this on hydrolysis, the presence of water, something is breaking, hydrolysis, correct, no? So here H will get added up, here OH will get added up, you will get tertiary alcohol. See, carbon atom to which OH is added up has got 3 carbon neighbors. So you will get tertiary alcohol and MgOHX. Clear? So we'll write examples for each one of them. So from aldehydes, I'll take example as CH3C double bond OH. Okay, that what is the name of this compound? It is ethanol. First it is treated with, I'll take one more, CH3MgBr, that is methyl magnesium bromide. I have taken, what is it? Methyl magnesium bromide in the presence of what? Ether. Okay, what is happening? CH3 group will get added up to carbon and MgBr will get added up to oxygen. So I will get the product as CH3CH. One more CH3 is getting added up, OMgBr, which on hydrolysis, that is in the presence of H3O plus, what will happen here? The bond is breaking, H and OH. See, you don't have to show the breakage of the bond and all when you're writing for the exam. Just show the or just write the equations very clearly, you will get the marks. Don't have to show H and OH is getting added up, the bond is breaking. Even if you want to show, it is better to write in the pencil. Okay, this is just for your convenience, I am explaining it this way. So you can write the product as CH3CH CH3OH and MgOH and Br. So what is the product which we got here? It's a secondary alcohol, correct, no? So 1, 2, 3, second carbon atom has got the OH group, so it is 2-propanol. Okay, so that is the example with aldehydes. Now I'll take ketones. I'll take CH3, C double bond O, CH3 with same thing. I'll take CH3, MgBr. Okay, in the presence of ether, what you will get? You will get CH3 group, carbon, to this one more CH3 group is there, and one more CH3 group will get added up, oxygen with MgBr. Further on hydrolysis, what will happen here? The bond will break and molecule will be formed, CH3, CH3, OH plus MgOH, Br. What is the name of this compound? 1, 2, 3. So second carbon atom has OH group and CH3 group. So you will get it as 2-methyl propan 2-ol. Okay. Now can I get primary alcohol from this? Yes, if I take only methanol, then I can get a primary alcohol. I will write that reaction for you all. Methanol is what? It is C double bond O H and no R group, even that is H. This is methanol. Methanol, okay, with same CH3 MgBr only I will take in the presence of ether. What I will get? CH3 group will get added up to carbon atom, so I will get it as CH3, and I have 2 hydrogen atom which I will write it CH2, and then I will write it as OMgBr. Further on hydrolysis, H3O plus, I will write the product below just for convenience. What will happen? I will get it as CH3, CH2, OH, correct? No, here H and OH. So I will get ethanol, ethanol and MgOH and Br. So I hope you have understood. If I take methanol, only then I can get a primary alcohol, that is ethanol. Other than that, if I take any other R group here, then I'll always get a secondary alcohol when I'm taking aldehyde to react with Grignard reagent. If I take ketone reacting with Grignard reagent, we'll get a tertiary alcohol. So I hope you have understood today's class. Next class, we will be learning about acidity of alcohols and esterification reaction. Okay. So see you next class. Thank you, my dear children. Stay tuned, stay focused.